Hello everyone, this is part 1 of What If Naruto Was Betrayed and Goes to Outworld, and this story is made by Ninjarokusai, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Naruto sat in his room very early in the morning, going over what had just recently transpired. As far as he could remember, it was always like this. However, he never understood why things like this happened. Even if he did absolutely nothing on that particular day, he knew something, on some level, was going to happen. He never knew why, it just did. Things always happened. The villagers would stare him down like he was the scum of the earth and needed to be destroyed. Some of them wouldn't even sell him groceries or any other basic items he needed for survival. The ones that did sell things to him, only sold him the absolute worst products. On top of that, they were always rotten, broken, whatever the case may be, the things were never in prime condition like everyone else got them. Food was always spoiled or had mold on it. Things like toothbrushes had broken and jagged handles and he would accidentally end up cutting his hand. The merchants that sold him clothes, if they could even be called that, were always torn and stained, clearly used for far longer than they were meant to. The crap apartment that he was forced to live in, courtesy of the third Hokage, was the only one available. Every single thing that he had to get was sabotaged in some form or another. On top of that, ever since he could remember, on certain nights a group of villagers, and sometimes ninja, would chase him down the streets of Konoha. They always caught him. Always. When they did catch him, they would unmercifully beat him until he was within an inch of his life. Some would say things like, "Let's just kill him now and be done with it. If we killed him, we wouldn't be able to get him next time, wouldn't we? Death is way too lenient for this demon. After everything he has done, he doesn't deserve the cold embrace of death." He never understood why things like this happened. However, he would take all of that over what had happened earlier tonight. Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. He would take all of the beatings, all of the glares, all of the name calling, all of it, if he wouldn't be alone for just one night. For tonight was his birthday. October 10th, Naruto Uzumaki was now 20 years old. He was briefly considered the hero of the Fourth Great Shinobi War. People actually acknowledged him. The thing he had wanted most of his life, he had finally received. Only for it to suddenly disappear one day, and it all went back to the way it had been for his entire life. Abused, neglected, alone. All of his so-called friends had just moved on. Everyone forgot about him. Like he just ceased to exist. Or rather, like he never existed at all. People went back to their families, resumed hanging out with their friends, or just simply moving on with life. This, adding on to what had happened earlier tonight, finally broke him. Flashback. Approximately 6 hours ago. Naruto was walking down the streets of Konoha, finishing his last bowl of his favorite food. Things had progressively gotten worse for our young ninja, things going back to the way they used to be for him. All the glares, all the hate, everything. Granted, he was much older and was more than capable of putting the entire village in its place, but he was a loyal Konohanin, he just couldn't bring himself to do something like that even if he wanted to. After a few months of this occurring, he decided to have some late-night ramen. Nothing like a little bit of comfort food, huh? He said to himself. About 20 minutes later and a full belly, he began his trek back to his apartment. About halfway there, he began to hear faint shuffles behind him. He was a ninja now, one who was a main force in ending the war, so he thought that no one would be dumb enough to even try to sneak up on him. Then the footsteps got closer and closer. He wasn't worried, but whatever this was now had his attention. He walked a few more steps and then suddenly, with a burst of speed befitting a Jinchuriki, ran down the street and up on a side of one of the buildings. When he got to the top, he stopped and turned around and looked down to see what exactly was going on. 3 villagers got together and spoke to each other. Damn it, he got away. I didn't think he heard us. I told you we shouldn't have snuck on him. He's a ninja, for crying out loud. But no one listens to me now, do they? The third one, apparently the leader of the trio, spoke up next. That's enough of you two. Now, because you two idiots wouldn't shut the hell up and be quiet like I told you, the demon has gotten away. Sorry boss, the first unnamed man said. Do we give up the chase? The boss guy looked at him as if he were stupid. Of course not, dumbass. We get the demon and avenge our families that were lost to us during the QB attack. Now let's go. The three men kept looking in the general vicinity for about 10 minutes, all the while Naruto was keeping an eye on them from the rooftops. Really? The going back to all this crap again? Was me not saving them from pain and the war not good enough or what? He thought to himself. Naruto left back to his apartment when the three men eventually left. When he finally got there, he saw his front door and front window had been broken into. Yep, just like the old days, he said aloud. He walked up cautiously with a kunai in one hand and slowly pushed open the remains of the door. Walking into his home, he was ambushed by several Anbu ninja. He jumped back and immediately shouted, "Hey! What the hell is wrong with you guys? I'm on your side, jackass." One Anbu nin stepped forward, clearly the leader of the group. "Naruto Uzumaki, you will come with us." "Hey, yeah right, who the hell are you anyway?" The Anbu nin didn't answer him. It was then that Naruto realized that the supposedly Anbu nins wore plain white masks, apparently linked to another group. Ah, now I see. So, even with Danzo dead, you guys still do his dirty work. Our instructions are ongoing until they are either completed or we are dead. Is that so? Well, my dear boy, guess which one you are. Hey, it's the demon. Get him, boys. Naruto turned around and saw not only the three that were chasing him earlier, but they had also brought what looked like at least 10 other villagers with them as well, all of them carrying various weapons of their own choice. Looks like you are at a disadvantage, Uzumaki, the leader of the route patrol said. If you surrender now, we will dispatch them for you. Disadvantage. Have you forgotten who you're talking to? Shadow clone jutsu. 10 clones popped out of the smoke surrounding them all. Take him out, boys. Yeah. Let's go, guys. All of the shadow clones rushed towards to route patrol. The route were good, almost on par with the Anbu, but they forgot how fast he, and his clones, had become. Before they could move a muscle, 2 clones had attached themselves to each one of the route. Who is at a disadvantage now? Shadow clone kamikaze. A split second later, smoke and route patrol remains were all over his residence. The people outside were stunned at the brutality they had just witnessed. Naruto turned to them and said, "I don't know who you retards are, but if you think I'm gonna let you guys do anywhere close what you did all those years ago, I won't hesitate to hurt you. You have one chance to leave unscathed. Go, now." The villagers that wanted to hurt the demon again just stood the ground, albeit shaking. One villager spoke aloud, "You killed my boy. My wife. I saw them dead under a building that you demolished, demon. You will pay for my suffering. Really? Is that why you are coming at me again? With that same, retarded excuse as before. Look at me, you fool. Do I have 9 tails? Am I a fox? Am I 100 stories tall? No. Open your damn eyes. All of you." The villagers just stood there, staring at him like they had for years. Having enough, he said to them, "Tell you what. You want your demon? I'll give you your demon." Naruto removed his shirt and channeled chakra, causing his seal to appear. He pointed at it, saying, "You all see this seal? This is the actual cage holding the 9 tails at bay. This seal is the key to opening and closing it. If I open it, guess what? 9 tails is here. If you kill me, guess what? 9 tails is here. If I'm alive or don't open the seal, 9 tails stays inside. It's really that simple. But, you all want your demons so badly, so tell you what. Let me just open this seal and..." "No. Don't do that," one of the villagers cried out. "What?" said Naruto, "I thought you wanted your demon. So, I'm giving him to you." Naruto turned his hand on the seal, and the villagers could visibly see the seal slowly turning clockwise. They began to shake in fear, and one man even went down on his knees and began begging, "Please don't set it free. Protect us, Naruto." What the hell? Thought Naruto. These guys were just trying to kill me, and now they are begging me. Man, these guys deserve to go. Naruto turned his hand the other way, relocking the seal, therefore holding the QB at bay once again. He looked up at the villagers with disdain, venom in his voice. "Leave. Now. And if I ever, and I mean ever, see you again, I will kill you on sight. Witnesses and consequences be damned. Leave." The villagers scrambled away like the cowards they were. He was scared though. He wasn't scared that they were trying to kill him, No, he could kill them all without them even knowing in a blink of an eye if he wanted to. No. What scared him is if things like this were going back to the way they were, would everything else just get worse? He didn't know if he could handle that kind of emotional and psychological trauma by himself all over again. So, instead of repairing his door and his window, he just walked inside, amidst all the gore from the previously alive root retards, and sat on his bed, and cried. Why is this happening again? I saved them. Do I really have to be alone all over again? This sucks. He got up and punched a hole in his wall, yelling out, I am tired of being alone. He sat back down on his bed, still crying from his past pain that he had repressed in his mind for so long. He thought that all of that bullcrap was gone for good. But now that it was coming back in full force, what is he supposed to do? Naruto woke up the following morning, not realizing he had fallen asleep. He had apparently slept in for some time, due to the fact that the sun was shining brightly outside. He got up and looked around in his partially destroyed house. Story of my life, huh? Quote. Making the hand sign, he made 15 shadow clones. I need you guys to clean the place up and get rid of all this garbage. We can't be living among this, can we now? No boss, we'll take care of it. Thanks guys, I really appreciate it. The clones stopped somewhat and looked at each other once the original left the room to go shower. One of the clones said, he never stops to thank us, I mean we are just his clones. What's up? Another clone answered, boss is really bummed out right now I guess. Let's clean up so he can take it easy. The clones got work as fast as they could while the original was taking a shower. About 15 minutes later, an unexpected visitor arrived at his front door, clearly appalled by the damaged apartment and what little mess there was left of the route patrol remains from the night before. She didn't notice one of the clones addressing her until a pair of fingers snapped in front of her fingers. Snap snap. Asterisk, Ino. Hey, you okay? Ino Yamanaka had apparently been lost in her own world because when she focused her attention back in the real world, she saw that all of the clones were looking at her with a hint of worry on their faces. Oh. Sorry. I was just wondering where Naruto was. Lady Tsunade needs us at the tower. Oh. Well, why didn't you say so? Boss is in the shower right now. Want us to go get him? Oh, not that's okay, said Ino. Feeling a bit of her girly, troublesome side of her switch on, she said, I'll get him. You guys just keep on doing what you're doing. By the way, what are you doing? Oh my god, is that a fuckng finger? Why is there a severed finger in here? What have you been dong? Wheres Naruto, I'll. Whoa, calm down Ino. One of the clones said, hands up in the air in a calming motion. Boss was attacked last night but he took care of it. Nothing to worry about, okay. Oh okay, but clean this mess up right now, you hear me? Ino yelled a little shakily. Yeah, that's what we were kind of doing Ino, one of the clones said bluntly. Ugh, just let me through, huffed Ino. She went by all the clones and went down the hallway towards the sounds of running water. She knocked on the bathroom door yelling, hey blockhead, let's go. Lady Tsunade needs us, come on. She knocked a few more times and still received no answer. Remembering what the clones said about the attack, she began to be a little worried for her fellow blonde-haired ninja. Opening the door slightly, she peeked her head inside and called out, Naruto, you in here dummy? I said we gotta go. Still getting no answer, she walked inside the bathroom. The hot water was apparently on full blast, due to the entire room being filled with hot steam. She looked at the closed shower doors, but squinted a little bit, because she thought she saw a little red on the doors. Seeing that she wasn't just seeing things, she rushed to the shower doors and forcefully opened one of them. What she saw next she was not ready for. There sat Naruto, completely naked, cuts all over himself. Cuts littered his arms, legs, chest, even one across his throat. Even though she could visibly see the wound slowly healing, no doubt due to the Biju's chakra inside of him, he still looked like death itself. She looked up a little bit and saw what she thought were red marks on the shower doors earlier. They were actually words on the wall, written in Naruto's own blood. I am not a demon. Why does everyone hate me? What did I do to deserve this? I can't take it anymore. I want it to end. Let me see my parents. Let me be at peace for once. Let me go. Ino just stood there for a moment, not believing what she was seeing. Doing the only thing her body would allow her to do for the moment, she screamed. Naruto. Sounds of stomping feet came closer, and Ino heard the clones come to the door. Ino, what's wrong? One of the clones asked. She turned to them and yelled at them, two of you go get Lady Tsunade now. The rest of you help me carry him to the hospital. He's hurt himself bad. He's healing but I don't know if he'll make it. Let's go now. Two clones left immediately while two more came inside the bathroom and helped her retrieve the self-injured ninja. Carrying his dead weight out of the bathroom and into the living room, she and the clones set him down on the now clean floor. I'm going to try to heal him as much as I can, stated Ino. The rest of you go to the hospital and make sure they have an operating room ready to go. Go now, hurry up. Gotcha, Ino, one of the clones said. As the remaining clones left to go perform their own tasks, Ino got on her knees to perform hers. She put her hands in the ram sign and began to channel as much chakra as she could. For wounds like this, and as many as there are, I have to get as much chakra as I can to heal him quickly, she thought. She then put her hands out towards the body of her friend once she had enough chakra ready. Her hands emitted a large green glow that covered his entire form. After a few minutes, all of Naruto's wounds were gone, but he was still out cold. Just then, Tsunade, one of the legendary Sannin and fifth Hokage, walked into the apartment. Ino, what the hell happened? Move aside, ordered Tsunade. Ino moved over to the other side of Naruto while Tsunade performed her own diagnostic check on the blonde. I don't know. I came to tell him to go to the tower. I found his clones cleaning up the place from some attack on him last night, heard him in the shower, and I found him like this. His clones and I dragged him out here and I healed him as much as I could, but I don't know if I was good enough. What? He was attacked and didn't report it. Oh well, we'll worry about that later, said the Sannin. And Ino, you did a marvelous job. All of his physical wounds are healed perfectly. Well done. Ino smiled in relief. Oh thank God, she wheezed out. However, said Tsunade, I can tell his mental psyche is down for the count. I'm not sure why, that's not my clan's specialty. Ino, I need you to go in his mind and see what's causing him to stay down. I can't have Ono F my finest down from a coma. Hi, Lady Tsunade. Ino performed her clan's jutsu and went into Naruto's mind. When she got inside, she didn't expect to see what she did. Right there, staring her square in the face, out of his cage, was Kurama, the nine-tailed fox. She stood there, trembling in fear of the giant Biju. Hi. Ino fell flat on her bottom, blown back by the sheer force of sound from the fox. She looked up again at the fox who had walked way too close for comfort. Each of his front paws, easily the size of 2 Hokage towers, were on each side of her, and his muzzle was mere inches from her frame. If he was going to eat her, there wasn't a thing she could do about it. She felt the hot breath from the creature wash over her as he let out a long, low, grumble. He bared his huge fangs and suddenly yelled out. Where the hell were you? Where were your friends? Where was everyone? Naruto is my kit. You all let him suffer for too damn long. One. Just one. Just give me one good reason why I shouldn't eat you right here, right now. You have one chance, girl. Ino sat there, almost shitting herself from absolute fear. If she thought she had felt fear during the war, this fear in its most potent form. She stammered. Anwer me now you insignificant brat. Kurama, relax. Ino looked to her left and saw Naruto suddenly appear out of nowhere. If what I felt is correct, Ino is the one who just healed me, said Naruto. Kit, she, along with the rest of this wretched place, Blatany ignored and beat you your whole life. How on earth can you just say relax when I finally have one of them in my grasp to subdue some of the fires of our revenge? The Biju Lord asked. Because she healed me, Kurama. Naruto replied. Naruto, if you're here and okay, how come you're not awake? Ino asked. Because I'm tired of the bullshit, was the simply reply. What? I don't understand, said Ino. Look over there, Ino. You see that pitch black doorway? That is my access to all of my memories. I can't explain them, it's too much. If you really want to understand, then go in there or as long as you can. Naruto, what are you even talking about? Like I said, I can't explain it. Whatever questions you have, I'm sure they will be answered if you go in there. Don't ask me again. I'm tired of reliving it all. Kurama looked at Ino and said, you heard the kit. You want to know the answers, what happened, what's going on, why he is the way he is right now, then you know what to do. Either get in there, or get the hell out. You are wearing out your welcome very quickly, brat. Okay, I'll go inside. Ino said. And I'll be back before you know it, dummy. Tell you what, Ino, I'll make you a deal, said Naruto. If you go inside and come back out like you are now, unfazed and perfectly fine, then I'll go back to the outside world with you. If not, I'm staying right here, with the Kurama, pretty much the only one in my whole damn life who was by my side the entire time. Naruto, you blockhead, you really aren't making any sense of this, argued Ino. Once again, and for the last time, Ino, if you want answers, proof, whatever, it's all in there. Fine, I'll see you in a bit. Good luck, brat, you're going to need it, said Kurama. Yeah, whatever. Ino, just one thing before you go, said Naruto. Yeah, blockhead. When you get back, I want you to answer me one question. Yeah, what is it? When you get back, I want you to answer me this question, while that was happening, where the hell were you? Naruto and the Kyuubi sat and just talked for hours inside of his mindscape. In the outside world, 10 minutes is equivalent to about hours of mindscape time. So much can happen in such a short amount of time inside of the mindscape, especially with all of the 9 Jinchuriki, that the changes can be astronomical. Naruto said to the fox, Kurama, what if Ino really is here for us? You know, what would it be like? I mean, to actually, really, truly have someone by your side, what is it like? Kurama, with a somber expression, told him, I couldn't tell you, Kit. I've always been either used as AWEAPONOR locked up somewhere. The only reason I am okay with you is because I've been with you for your whole LEFE, so I can tell that you have a pure heart. Unfortunately, I honestly think you might be the only one. At least from my perspective anyway. Just then, the black doorway in the corner of the mindscape shimmered a little, then Ino Yamanaka stumbled out of the darkness, looking like she had been in the war 15 times over while suffering from chakra exhaustion. When she finally reached the 2 males, she fell to her hands and knees and began bawling as loud and as much as her lungs would let her. OOHHHMYYY good. I'm so sorry, Naruto. I'm so sorry. I can't believe you had to deal with that. How are you so strong? YHAVENT, you killed yourself yet? YHAVENT, you destroyed everything. Naruto, oh god. She sat there and cried for what seemed like hours. Finally, Naruto came up to her and picked her up to her feet and said, remember what I said earlier? Well, Ino, where were you? Ino could only look at him in shame. I was chasing after that bastard Sasuke. I don't even know why. He lost his whole family to his brother, whoop-de-fucking-do. You never even had a family to begin with. Everything you had to do just to survive, shit, I couldn't even do that now. You did it when you were 5. Eating garbage, literally, garbage. Honestly, I think the only benefit you ever got then was never getting sick. That, my dearest drama queen, said Kurama, would be because of me. Little Ruto here would still be a little Ruto without me. Me, the 9-tailed fox, the lord of the Biju, the sexiest seducer of women out there, made little Ruto, this guy here, into a man. Really, dude, said Naruto. You know I'm gonna kick your ass for that retarded attempt at humor, right? Kurama roared with laughter, banging his knee. Well, that, my dear boy, was an attempt at humor. You, against me. Boy, I shit turds bigger than you. Hell, my turds shit bigger turds than you. Alright, that's it. Come here, you stupid fox tard. Ino was absolutely confused. Not wanting to be caught up in whatever bromance the two were about to get into, she yelled out, hey. What the hell just happened? Oh, sorry, Ino, said Naruto sheepishly, rubbing the back of his head. Sometimes Kurama and I go at it. Play fighting, if you will. Ha. More like my turds are play fighting with you while I am bored as hell. You don't even pose as decent challenge to me, Kit. You know, you are really 2. Can we get back to the outside world now? I've quite enough of your retardedness for one day. And I'm completely drained from all of those memories. And they were just memories. How the hell did you actually live through that, Naruto? Simple. Because I had to, responded the hero of the war. Kit, you better get out of here with the brat now. I can feel your body beginning to wake up. Just so you know, the woman with the big tits is by your side as well. Ino stared at the fox incredulously. Did you just say that Lady Hawkage had big tits? Yes. And now that I look, you're not too bad yourself, my dear. Ino looked away, a huge blush on her face. Stupid fox. Okay, said Naruto, enough with the chit-chat. Let's go get my ass chewing out of the way. Finally, thought Ino. I can't wait to get out of this place. That stupid fox's comments got me a little flustered. Damn it. Just so you know, brat, you are in a mindscape. Which means I just heard your thoughts, girl. Comma. You stupid fox. I'm gonna GE. Kurama laughed uproariously as they faded away. Works every time. Ino regained her consciousness right around when Naruto did. Tsunade first grabbed Ino to make sure she was okay. Going into the mind of any Junkriki was a dangerous game, even more so for the one holding the Kyuubi. Ino, are you alright? Asked Tsunade. Why yes, I'm fine, Lady Suna. As she was trying to reply to her commander, her mouth opened wide in a silent realization as all of the memories she had seen in Naruto's mindscape had hit her physically. Feeling all of the effects, she did all that she could. She screamed at the top of her lungs. She fell back onto the floor, screaming death itself. Her body flung itself about on the floor, muscles spasming out, limbs fully flexed and fixed in a very painful position. But it wasn't the physical pain that was disturbing her. No, that was a lollipop treat compared to the mental damage she was suffering due to the traumatic memories. Tsunade tried to calm her down but to no avail. Finally, after about 5 minutes of this abnormal behavior, Ino began to calm down, then she started to cry uncontrollably. Tsunade finally got her to sit up and asked her, Ino, hey, what happened in there? Were you attacked? Talk to me, Ino. Ino slowly shook her head. No, Lady Tsunade. No, I wasn't attacked. I saw his. You saw his what, Ino? His past. Lady Tsunade, I saw everything that he went through. Damn, I would have killed myself a long ass time ago if I had to live with that. No friends, no family, no home, no Foxy. She yelled. She remembered when little Naruto was only 5 years old, he was kicked out of the orphanage he was placed in by the retarded third Hokage. He was thrown out, for what? At the time, little Naruto didn't know, all he knew was that he was being forced to leave. But what about Foxy? The little boy asked. What the hell is a Foxy? Replied the orphanage woman. He's my stuffed fox, it's the only thing I have. Oh, this is too good to pass up, thought the orphanage woman. You don't get it. Whatever is in this building belongs to me. Your little Foxy is in here, so guess what? It's mine. Now get out. The door being slammed in his face, 5-year-old Naruto just walked away shaken up. Eventually he found an alleyway, sat down next to the wall, curled up and cried. Ino relayed this memory to Tsunade. That was one of the easier ones too, she said to the Sannin. Ino, Tsunade began, later, when you're able, I want you to write a full report on what you have discovered in Naruto's memories. Do you understand? I wouldn't do that. Both girls looked down at the blonde war hero as he was slowly getting up. Naruto, you're okay, Ino said as she hugged him in a death grip. Ow, 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 ow. Ino, let go. I'm not gonna be okay if you don't let me breathe. Ino let go a little embarrassed. Sorry blockhead. Seriously though, are you okay? Naruto, Tsunade said. What happened? Naruto had a serious look on his face after she asked him that question. You want a report, or the truth? A little surprised, Tsunade said, how about both, Naruto? Naruto said plainly, the villagers were after me. Again. After all this time, after everything I've done for them, they still don't get the fact that I'm not a fucking monster. Even root guys were after me. And by the way, Danzo must not have been very good in their training, because they all sucked really bad. I got attacked by a group of villagers en route last night. But everything has been going back to the way it was for me. Ever since Sakura got married to Sasuke, Hinata marries Kiba, everyone is marrying these guys, everyone is out there having a good ol' time, hell even you are out on your days off getting completely wasted granny. Everyone is out doing everything with each other. Everyone is out to dinner. Everyone is out having dates and getting laid. Everyone is out with everyone, except for me. And you know what? That's exactly how it's always been too. You call for me only when you fuckers need me, and then what? I'm gone. Don't even fucking exist. None of my friends hang out with me anymore, I don't ever get a chance to even fucking say hi. Every time they see me, they turn and walk away. Sometimes, even looking at me the same way the damn villagers do. So, yeah, I fucking got tired of it all. I killed Pain, the Akatsuki, Kaguya, ended the war, saved everyone from the Tsukuyomi, and what do I get? What I've always gotten. Fucking bullshit, while everyone else gets to live their happy little bullshit lives. So yeah, I tried to fucking end it. I've had it here. I'm done Tsunade. I am fucking done. Tsunade stood there, looking at her surrogate grandson, not knowing what to say. When she looked closer, she could see the feral look Naruto now had. His eyes were now red with black slits, whisker marks had darkened considerably, fingernails had turned into 3-inch long black claws, and his teeth had become fangs. But what actually got her worried was not the features, but the look of absolute bloodlust on his face. Then, she heard him laugh. He was laughing, but not a happy one, or one caused by humor. No, this was a low, dark, evil laugh. He ha 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 ha. I've had enough of this damned place. I'm out of here. Naruto, you can't just leave. You'll become a missing nin, said Ino. Naruto, I'm sorry, but I just can't let you leave. If you force me to, I will stop you, said Tsunade. Naruto walked right up to her, and stared directly in her eyes, face literally an inch from her own. He spoke slowly, each word dripping with poison that made the Kusanagi poison seem like water. I could kill you, he said simply. I killed Kaguya. I ended the war. I saved everyone. Hell, you couldn't even stop one of the Pains. I killed all 6, by myself. You really wanna try me, then go ahead. But it's your motherfucking funeral Tsunade. Now, unless you wanna throw down, I highly suggest you move. Quote. The Sannin just stared at him for a moment, then she sighed in defeat. Naruto, she said, please, don't go. I'll give you a mission or something. Just don't go, please. Naruto stared at her for a minute. Fine. I won't go. On one condition. What is it? You need to publicly announce to the village who my parents were. I want a new house, and I want Ichiraku Ramen to be expanded into a full-blown restaurant. They are the only place that really fed me. They need a good expansion and growth. Tsunade contemplated his requests. Then she said, Naruto, I can't just tell everyone who your parents are. There could be spies among us, and if they found out that little fact, they would hunt you down. Naruto looked at her and smiled ferally. Bring it. They began to hear shouts and screams coming from outside the house. All 3 of the ninjas went outside to see what the commotion was about and saw that everyone was looking straight up into the sky. The blue sunny sky was now gone. Instead it was swirling in a whirlpool-like fashion, and the color had changed from a bright blue to a dark purple with streaks of black. Lightning would strike every now and then, hitting a few of the buildings. No major damage done, but just enough to scare everyone to death. Then the swirling slowed down, and in the center of the storm, a little black circle formed and a light blue beam of light shot straight down onto the ground. Everyone in the immediate vicinity backed away as far as they could. The light began to fade, and the people could make out a few silhouettes. Just as suddenly as it had appeared, the light and the storm had vanished, replaced with the bright blue sunny skies. They looked back at the figures to see who they were. The larger one had grayish skin, tribal markings all over his body, and wearing what looked like an Egyptian pharaoh headpiece. Another figure was absolutely huge and had 4 arms. Another figure was female but also had 4 arms, wearing a very thin and revealing red V-shaped one piece. Another woman was wearing a blue, very revealing and yet regal outfit, her fans out at her sides and open, ready for combat. There was another woman, who was wearing an outfit similar to the blue one, only it was green. But the last figure was the one that had caught Naruto's attention the most. The woman had shoulder-length, jet-black hair and yellow eyes with black slits. Her outfit was a little similar to the other two women, only hers looked more fitted for combat than regality. She had two sayas on either side of her belt, and top showed a general amount of cleavage, clearly doing its job of seduction. Her nice, firm, heart-shaped rear end and legs were covered in thin black armor, and her legs from the knees down were pink greaves similar to the rest of her outfit. She was gazing around at the crowd, and then her eyes stopped at him. And he looked directly back at her. She winked at him. The gray-skinned man with the headpiece stepped forward and yelled out to the people, "Greetings, mortals. I am Kotal Khan. My colleagues and I come from a place called Outworld. We are here to establish a friendly alliance with your realm. May I please speak to your leader?" "What the hell kinda bullshit is this?" Tsunade said. "And to think I haven't even had a drink yet. Bastards." She began to walk down his apartment entrance towards the newcomers, but Naruto pulled her back. "Wait," he said to her. He made the appropriate hand sign and said quietly, "Shadow Clone Jutsu." A small puff of smoke later, a clone appeared in front of Naruto. "Hey boss, what's up? I need you to transform into Tsunade and meet up with those guys over there and see what the hell they want." "You got it boss. Transform." The clone transformed into the well-endowed woman and began walking down the street towards the new group. No one noticed the woman in pink slip away. The clone Tsunade walked up to Kotal Khan and said, "I am Princess Tsunade Senju, 5th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village. Why are you here?" Kotal Khan spoke, "I am here in the hopes of building Outworld's allied forces. A united kingdom with its allies stands strong against its enemies." "What enemies are you even talking about? We have absolutely no idea who you are, where you are from, what these realms are. We know absolutely nothing about you or your group. Why should we help you or join you?" she asked. Kotal Khan stood straighter, making himself look bigger. "Will you accept or yield our offer of friendship? I know nothing of you. As of now, I can do neither." Clone Tsunade replied. "Then you have forfeited your world to me." Kotal Khan quickly thrust his hand forward, reaching inside of the woman's chest and ripped out her heart. He held it high in the air and squished it in his hand, expecting blood to come out. Instead, the heart and the body burst into smoke. "What the? Sage art? Giant Rasengan." Kotal Khan was blown back 100 yards away by the force of the jutsu Naruto performed. Naruto sat there and stared at everyone in the arriving group. "You attempted to assassinate my Hokage, while unprovoked," said Naruto, red eyes ablaze. "That's awesome, because me and Kurama are just itching to spill a lot of blood right now." Shadow Clone Jutsu. A single clone popped up from the smoke, but this one was clearly different. Its features were already feral, was a little bit bigger, and it had a chakra shroud with 3 tails surrounding it. "Ah. Now that's more like it," the clone said with Kurama's voice. "It's not as good as being out here in my natural form, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Let's rip them a new asshole Naruto." Naruto smiled as he said to the newcomers, "Yep, you done fucked up now." "Yeah, you guys done fucked up," said Naruto. The Kurama clone crouched down on all fours and the chakra shroud began to whip around violently, and another tail sprouted out, creating a total of 4 tails. "Let's get these sons of bitches," he yelled. Goro, the former champion of Mortal Kombat, stepped forward and said to both of them, "You are no match for Goro, Prince of the Shokan. I will tear you apart." Naruto charged a normal Rasengan in one hand and told him, "I've just won a war you dumbfuck, and the leader was way more powerful than you are. I can sense your energy. Compared to Kaguya, you ain't shit." Goro, enraged that someone so small would disrespect him, a prince, liked that he charged forward all 4 arms ready to rip the boy apart limb from limb. The prince roared. Naruto simply stood there and waited until Goro got right in front of him, then he just disappeared. Goro looked around but couldn't find him anywhere. Then he felt a very slight wisp of air directly above him. Goro looked up, but it was already too late. Naruto came down directly above the 4-armed creature, slamming his jutsu straight into Goro's torso, forcing him to the ground. Chunks of flesh flung around as the jutsu ground deeper into him. Goro was forced into the ground so hard that it made a small crater around them. This all happened in a fraction of a second. One thing is for sure, Goro would never forget what the boy said as he was suffering from the intense damage. Rasengan. After the cloud of dust had dissipated, Naruto stood unfazed at the edge of the small crater, the huge prince just laying there, unconscious. I told you that you couldn't amount up to me, dumbass, Naruto simply said. Ha 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 ha, well done, Kit. But now it's my turn, said Kurama. Kotal Khan was seen running back towards the group, obviously enraged that he had been hit earlier with Naruto's Odama Rasengan. His saw-like sword was out and ready to cut down anyone and anything. The Kurama clone just smiled as he bared his fangs. Then, with one extremely fast and giant leap, Kurama, in the chakra shroud, jumped at Kotal Khan. He latched onto the gray-skinned man, and enveloped him within the shroud as well. Then, Kurama roared out loudly, and the shroud suddenly increased 3 times its normal size, encompassing them both. The shroud was giving Kurama more power, but it was practically burning Kotal Khan alive. He screamed out in pain and tried to get Kurama off, but to no avail. Then out of nowhere, a huge bolt of lightning struck near the two combatants. Stunned momentarily, Kurama let go of Kotal, jumped off and prepared himself to meet this possibly new threat. Another great bolt of lightning struck again, in the same spot, but this one struck and stayed vibrating violently. When the lightning subsided, a new figure had arrived. Kotal Khan, said the newcomer, you have violated the rules of the Elder Gods. You cannot merge realms with your own without the victory of mortal combat. Raiden, said Kotal, you have no business here. Leave now before I consider you a threat to Outworld once again. Hey, said Naruto to the now named Raiden, who the hell are you? Apologies, young one. I am Raiden, God of Thunder, and Protector of Earthrealm. Kotal Khan here has come to your realm with the intent of either convincing you to join him to defeat Earthrealm in the upcoming tournament, or to destroy you if you refused. He looked around himself at everyone and the brief battle damage. It looks like you had refused. We don't even know this guy, and what tournament are you talking about anyway? Asked Ino, who had now come up with Naruto. The tournament you are referring to is called Mortal Kombat. It is designed to give one realm a chance to defend itself from another invading realm. If the invading realm loses, the realm in defense is safe. However, if the invading realm is successful in the tournament, then it is allowed to merge the realms and rule over it. The Thunder God explained. So basically this guy here is trying to conquer our world? Asked Ino. That is correct. However he cannot, no tournament has been established. There is one between Earthrealm and Outworld that is about to commence in a few days. Would you be willing to spare a few of your warriors to aid us in our battle with Outworld? Tsunade had walked up at this point. That would my decision, she said to him. I am Tsunade, leader of this village. You have apparently helped us, so I will see what I can do to help you. Raiden slightly bowed to her in thanks. Thank you for your kindness. And by the way, I do believe you have someone from the Outworld force sneaking about you premises. Oh, yeah, said Naruto. I already know about that. You mean the lady in pink, right? Yeah, she's right over there. He pointed to a dark alley not too far from them. The lady in question, surprised that she had been noticed the entire time, stepped out and walked to them. Pretty observant, are we? She said to Naruto sultrily. Naruto just stared back at her. She then looked at Raiden and asked, if it is possible, Lord Raiden, I would like to join the forces of Earthrealm, if this gentleman here will be participating on your side as well. Raiden looked at Melina with a scowl on his face. And why should I believe you, Melina, former Khanum of Outworld? Are you trying to get into Earthrealm's defenses to sabotage us? And why would I do that? Do you really think so lowly of me? Asked the half-Tarkatan. Absolutely, replied Raiden. You still blame Earthrealmers for your so-called father's death, even though it was by his own doing. I wouldn't put it past you to do something low to get some misguided revenge. I understand, Thunder God, said Melina. She knew that if she were anything like her old self, when she was first created, that she would most definitely pull a dirty trick like that. However, over the course of time, she had matured into the Khanum of Outworld. When was overthrown by Kotal and his allies, she was given a choice of death or service for life. Not wanting to die a needless death, she had obviously chose service. At least until the time came for her to break free. And that time was most certainly now. She highly doubted that she would ever get another chance like this again. On top of that, she also knew that her sister, Katana, and her good friend, Jade, also wanted out of it as well. The only reason they joined back in with Outworld was because they were supposedly promised that Edenia would be returned to its former glory. Clearly they have yet to see that end of the bargain fulfilled. So she said to the Thunder God, I am well aware of my reputation, Raiden. However, I have evolved since then. You forget, I was once Khanum of Outworld not too long ago. You cannot manage a realm with a broken, immature mind and spirit. She said sagely. Raiden pondered this for a few moments. He then heard Tsunade speak to him. Excuse me, but one of your foes is beginning to get up again. Raiden looked behind himself, and indeed there was Goro, slowly getting up from the crater that he was smashed in by Naruto's Rasengan. Raiden looked back at Mileena and he said to her, if you truly want to be a part of Earthrealm forces, then prove it. He pointed at the staggering Goro. Then he yelled out with authority to her directly. Finish him. Mileena drew out her sais without hesitation and threw them directly into Goro's eyes. The prince of the Shokan grabbed the handles screaming in pain, trying to pull them out but wouldn't give. Mileena walked up and grabbed his head and ripped it clean off with one powerful pull. She lowered her mask, revealing all of her Tarkatan teeth mixed with her normal ones, the look she has in MKX, just in case you didn't know, and began to eat the face of the former Shokan. After a few bites, she held the head by one of the handles like a shish kebab, pulled the other one out, and slammed the severed head on the ground as she replaced her mask. She walked back to Raiden and asked, satisfied Lord Raiden? Naruto and everyone else saw exactly what happened during the fatality. Naruto just looked at Mileena and said, sweet, man, now, that's more like it. Raiden looked at Mileena and said to her, you are welcome to join Earthrealm, Mileena. Thank you for your service in our preservation. He bowed slightly to her in thanks. She looked over at Katana and Jade and said to them, I know you two want to get out of that creep's grasp as well, sisters. Let us join Earthrealm together, and exterminate this vermin for good. Katana thought about it. They did say that they were going to restore Edenia, and it's been years now, she thought. Will I ever see my home again? At least Raiden can consult the elder gods. At least with him there is a chance. I will go with you as well, Lord Raiden, said Katana. Wherever my princess goes, I shall follow, said Jade. Then it is settled, said Raiden. Earthrealm now has 3 all-powerful warriors on its side. Once again thank you all. Hey, what about me? The group turned toward Naruto with questioning looks. All, except for Mileena. She looked at him with interest. Mileena, Katana, Jade. We had an agreement, yelled Kotal Khan. You will not betray me. There is no agreement, Kotal, stated Katana. You promised us Edenia years ago. Outworld still has not yet freed it from its grasp. We are with you no longer, our agreement is null and void, false emperor. Shaking with rage, Kotal Khan roared, Shiva. Annihilate them. Shiva simply walked over to the group. Naruto stood in front of them, kunai held out in reverse grip. Bring it on, woman. At least I think that's what she is, thought Naruto. Quiet boy, said Shiva. I am not here to fight you or them, quite the opposite really. What? Yelled Kotal. Why are you doing this, Shiva? Clearly, you do not understand honor, or the way of the Shokan, said Shiva. When our leader and headmate are killed in battle, whoever the executioner was then becomes the new leader and headmate. Goro was killed by this boy. He is not even Shokan. Argued Kotal. Even so, my honor is alive and intact. This boy, Naruto, was it? She turned to him and Naruto nodded. This boy, Naruto, has defeated Goro in combat. Even though it was Mileena who dealt the killing blow, Naruto had already killed him. His wounds were fatal, albeit a slow one. Mileena simply sped it up. Therefore, by honor of combat, Naruto is now the leader of the Shokan, and my headmate. She bowed low to him, all 4 arms holding their corresponding fists in a bow. What? Said Naruto. Tsunade couldn't help but crack a joke at the kid's expense. So, finally got yourself a girlfriend, huh? She instantly realized she had hit a very sore subject with Naruto, judging by the way the boy looked at her. Don't ever say something like that again. Sorry about that, Gaki, I got caught up in the moment. She said to him. Girlfriends were a bad thing to talk about to Naruto. He was still trying to get over the betrayal he had witnessed a year ago. Flashback, 1 year. Naruto was going back to his apartment, just coming back from a simple guarding mission. It was very plain and boring, just as he thought it would be. He had come back a full day early because Naruto just wanted something to do while he got his mission detailed to their home safely. Running back as fast as he couldn't wait to get home to see his now girlfriend, Hinata Hyuga. He had asked her out a couple of months after the war had ended. She almost fainted on the spot, not believing what was being asked of her. A few minutes later of her calming down, she accepted the request and had been dating for almost a year now. When he got near his front door, he saw that it was cracked open a little bit. "That's strange," he said aloud. "Hinata and I both always make sure the door's completely closed and locked." He walked further inside, but saw nothing out of place. Everything was fine, which was weird in and of itself, because from his past experience, if your door, especially his door, was open after he left, that had meant that someone had broken in. He walked down the hall and towards his bedroom and saw that there were small seals on the door handle. "What the hell is this, silencing and locking seals on my own door?" he said to himself. He was a seal master by this point, and removing these seals was like blinking to him. He simply drew a little bit of his own removal seal on the door handle and said, "Fuan Kai." He regretted removing the seals the moment they were gone. From inside of Naruto's room, he heard noises he never thought he would hear. Oh yes, Kiba, don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, Oh Hinata, I'm gonna bust one in ya girl. Ooh. Yes. Do it Kiba, do it. Oh man Hinata, that was awesome. Let's do this again. Yeah, definitely. Naruto isn't supposed to be here until tomorrow, so this is our last day. Really? Oh man. Well, for 12 days in a row, I guess I can't complain. They both felt like they were being watched. They stopped their conversation and looked at the door. The door slowly, slowly, opened to reveal Naruto. Only, it wasn't Naruto. It was Naruto with 4 tails. Remember the episode where Naruto fought Orochimaru on the bridge? Yeah, that Naruto was just sitting there on his haunches, growling very loudly, and began to walk towards them slowly. Hey man, Kiba nervously said to the beast Naruto. The beast that Naruto had become once again simply stood there, watching the both of them, white eyes narrowed slits now. Naruto, stuttered Hinata. I can explain, I promise. Hinata, Ruunn. Kiba and Hinata ran out of Naruto's house butt naked with the beast hot on their trails. The beast was just toying with them. He could kill them with ease, like a play toy. But, he wanted to play with his 2 new toys before he skinned them alive. The 2 ninja ran out into the streets of Konoha naked, without a care in the world for their state of undress. Then the beast burst out of his home and resumed his chase. Out of nowhere, Tsunade Senju landed in front of the beast and uppercutted him to tomorrow. When the beast landed on his back, Tsunade jumped on top of him, pulled out the spare suppressing seal that Jiraiya had given her long ago, and placed it on his forehead. Immediately the effects began. After a few minutes, when the chakra of evil had fully receded back inside Naruto, Tsunade saw the most painful face she had ever seen on his face. He was crying from hurt, rage, and betrayal. But his heart being broken was more painful than anything. He managed to get out right before he passed out. Confused as to what Naruto may have been talking about, she looked behind her to notice the state that Hinata and Kiba were in. Seeing this, she exploded. Are you fucking kidding me, Hinata? You always wanted Naruto. You finally get him, and this is what you do. You stupid bitch. Hey, our lady Suna, Kiba began before he was cut off by the Hokage. And you, Naruto saved your ass more times than I care to fucking count. How dare you? She walked up quickly to the 2 and punched them both in the face, hearing the crunch when she broke their jaws. You 2. Get dressed and get to the tower, now. You have 5 minutes. Present time. Sorry about that kid, I forgot, Tsunade apologized. Naruto turned back to the Thunder God. I said, what about me? I'm good at fighting. Hell, I'm a ninja. We have seen ninjas before, kid. They are nothing too impressive, said Katana. Then you've never seen a real ninja, he countered. You took down Goro in one hit, Naruto, said Melina. She walked to him, swaying her hips a little bit. When she got up to him, she pressed her bust up against his chest and whispered in his ear, I like that. Maybe you can show me what you can do to me later. Naruto, you're blushing like crazy right now, said Ino. What did she even say to you? Stammered Naruto, don't know. Young Naruto, began Raiden, if you wish to join us in defending Earthrealm, you are more than welcome. You, and any of your friends as well. I'm going, exclaimed Ino. I want to go too, came an unexpected voice. One that Naruto never wanted to hear again. Hinata walked up to Raiden and bowed to him. I Hinata Hyuga, and I wish to join as well. You know what the hell'll go to, came Sakura. Naruto wasn't expecting this. He looked around and he saw some of his former friends standing around him. What do you guys want? What does it look like, Naruto? Asked Sakura. We wanna help you. Bullshit. Naruto, what is your problem? Asked Sakura. You, he said, and everyone else in this damn village. I'm done. That's why I'm going to help these guys. I've had it here. Nothing I do is good enough. Naruto, Hinata began, what a why? You. Naruto pointed directly at Hinata's face, shut the fuck up. But, not one word. Hinata, hurt by his words, simply nodded. Addressing everyone he said, like I said, I've had enough of this godforsaken place. I'm done. You want answers? Ask Ino, she knows. Now, I'm leaving. Let's go, Raiden. Raiden could tell that the boy was upset about something greatly, so he decided to let the disrespect fly this time. Let us be on our way then. Lady Hokage, I will stay in touch with you. May the elder gods watch over you and your village. With that, he held up his hand, and the entire group vanished in a brilliant flash of lighting. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.